Hello, my name is Hernán Litvak, co-founder of ICOM, Unified Marketing Cloud. We are one of the leading marketing automation companies in Latin America, and it's a pleasure for me to be here with you today. My talk is about marketing, e-commerce, and the data ecosystem that enable organizations to have a more comprehensive view of the consumer. Most of you may not be familiar with us yet, so I would like to introduce ourselves with some numbers. Today, ICOM has over 1,600 clients, operates in 12 countries, and has delivered more than 80 billion newsletters, generating over 1.5 billion clicks, materializing into more than 13 million purchases. To begin with, I want to share the following video with all of you, and in this way begin to think together. At times, the most obvious solution is right in front of our eyes. Yet, we still choose the most complex or difficult path. For all of us who love database marketing, the right switch is data-driven marketing. I want to tell you a little more about myself. I recently discovered micromobility. Now there are many new transportation alternatives, and the truth is that these are much more environmentally and planet-friendly. This is me and my electric scooter, the best alternative for covering the 4 kilometers between my home and my office. It has a powerful and non-polluting electric engine. Truth is, this is the closest I am going to get a Tesla in my region, in Latin America. If Tesla were in my region, I would definitely choose the Model 3. The most amazing thing about this autonomous driving car is that the engine, if compared to traditional cars, is located closer to the wheels. And here comes the most impressive fact. This motor was invented more than 100 years ago. Here I present the alternative current motor. This invention, along with more than 700 others, was created by the genius Nikola Tesla. How many technologies have we seen come and go over time, thinking they will change our life? The truth is that we have fallen in love with the hype. In this chart from the Gartner consulting firm, we can see the number of emerging technologies that will likely change our life in the coming years. However, we must understand that these changes, such as quantum computing or the recent NFTs, will take some time. This is what we call the shiny object syndrome. We sometimes forget what we are doing right and get carried away by the novelty of the moment. This is why we tell today's marketing experts that what we have been doing in recent years is very effective. Many new technologies will emerge, but that doesn't mean we should abandon consumer-friendly strategies like email marketing, web push notification, SMS, surveys, and among others. Marketing automation is best kept secret in marketing. It is only approach that allows for comprehensive view of the consumer. A 4x return of ad spend contributes up to 30% of transactions and leverage primary data. Today's marketing is a customer-centric, data-driven marketing, omni-channel, and frictionless. I was telling you that we have generated over 1.5 billion clicks so far. But have you ever wondered what is behind a click? I want to share the following video from Sarah. At eCommerce, we have our own definition of omnichannel, and we want to share with you. It is the unified and harmonious view of the consumer. This is our definition about omnichannel. Then marketing automation is hitting play on traditional marketing. This is the way we're taught the marketing funnel and the stages and its stages. Then we rotated it to give it a more integrated sense with the channels. And finally, we create the customer journey that enables us to impact the consumer throughout their life cycle. And we realized that instead of having just one funnel, we have one or each step the customer takes. The customer journey is now more complete and richer. This is how, with each interaction with the consumer, all of our channels and KPIs must be recalculated, as shown in this chart. This is how we work at eCommerce, processing millions of data points daily, updating over 100 KPIs for each customer. Of all the types of data we have, in marketing automation, we work with zero-party data. Third-party data is a type of data that we do not recommend. It is when companies purchase user data, often with serious compliance issues. Second-party data, on the other hand, refers to user data that we share with other platforms like Facebook or Instagram, for example. When we do this, we have to inform the consumer that we are using that data. First-party data, in the first place, consists of the basic information that consumers provide when they register, for example, with their names, last name, and emails. And finally, we have zero-party data, which is the most comprehensive information we have about our consumers, obtained voluntarily and with the appropriate consent. It provides us with a deep level of data. While most of the industry focus on metrics like customer acquisition cost, we recommend working with the KPIs such as customer lifetime value. We aim to generate recurring purchases over time. To achieve this, we need first-hand and high-quality data. How are the world's major retailers currently using the data, spaces, and channels? And what is the future of them? The answer is the retail media. The major e-commerce players are already monetizing their advertising spaces in the same way that giants like Google and Meta. Here's a chart illustrating this. Retail media will have such a significant impact that is defined as the third major wave of the internet. The first was search engines, the second, social media, and the third will be retail media. This is an internal view of the master data we generate at Icon for all of our clients, over 100 KPIs per consumers, including basic data, transactions, consumer history, and customized variables. Here you can appreciate the consumer's DNA, the first-party data we were discussing earlier. However, we can delve into the DNA in depth. Regardless of how many millions of data points we explore, none of them can predict my behavior in the next few minutes. This is why we need to have various types of data and complementary process to accompany the consumer's customer journey. To achieve data quality, we need to have a progressive registration that allows us to perform progressive profiling, ultimately leading to a dynamic customer journey. As we can see in this chart, we need to balance between these variables to achieve quality in the process and find the right moment to engage the consumer. I want to share another secret that we apply at Icon in information management: advanced RFM segmentation models. The RFM models allows us to manage millions of data points, but analyze them in a simple and concise manner. We process millions of records daily from e-commerce and physical stores to classify them based on purchase recency, purchase frequency, and the amount of money users spend on our products. As you can notice here, the most valuable customers for the RFM models are those with an RFM classification of 555. Customers who have made the most recent purchase, have the highest frequency, and have spent the most amount of money in our stores. And this is how our customer success team applies multiple strategies for different type of consumers: the VIPs, the abandoners, those at risk of churns, among others. Detecting the momentum implies analyzing the data, processing it, obtaining quality indicators, and most importantly, making an impact through the right channels. Sometimes we forget about the multitude of spaces and channels that are owned, low cost and high ROI for reaching our consumers. This is what marketing automation is all about. As we are concluding this presentation, where we have discussed technologies, I cannot not mention artificial intelligence. When comparing programming language to AI, it is noticeable that the lower level is closer to the machine language and the higher level is closer to humans. AI is meant to be consumed without the need to be technical expert or programming expert. Here's an example of how to use ChatGPT as a copilot. I asked it to help me draft the marketing email for a coffee shop, for example. In seconds, it completes a task that used to take by my team hours to complete. Now, to conclude, do not forget about all the marketing automation switches we review in the presentation: zero-party data, progressive profiling, and retail media. And remember that to make a delicious chocolate cake, we first need to be able to make some simple toast. Thank you very much, and I hope to be with you soon.